Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from me, Andrew Waterhouse. This is No Place Like Summer Camp, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at the things that are guaranteed to happen at every single summer camp in America. So come into our tent and I'll spill the beans. Hi everyone and welcome to another episode from me. I'm Andrew Waterhouse and I'm the host of There's No Place Like Summer Camp. I've been doing this for a good few weeks now, and the whole premise of the show, if you're new, is to basically introduce a lot of new things about summer camp. If you're new to summer camp, you're a bit worried about different things, or you want to reminisce about the good old times of volunteering at summer camp. This is designed for volunteers, so if you're maybe looking at going to volunteer at a summer camp, especially if it's an American one, this is going to be the perfect place for you. If you're a camper and maybe looking forward to the days where you do go and turn into a staff member, or you want to know what it's like behind the scenes, this is also the place for you. I'm available on podcast format. If you go to iTunes, you can type in There's No Place Like Summer Camp, and if you're listening from the podcast, you can check out YouTube. That's called There's No Place Like Summer Camp as well. We upload weekly videos and tutorials from the podcast and YouTube. This week's episode, I have to admit, is really last minute because I've been so busy with work and I've just done some travelling to London, and it was really fun and exhausting, and I've only just come back from a really hectic weekend, driving from the north of the country to the south and back up in a space of 2 days. It's absolutely crazy, and I've got work as well, so I'm trying to juggle a lot of things, but I'm going to commit to this. It's a really fun project and I'm really passionate about it. So if you have any questions about summer camp, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or you can tweet me at AndrewW09. But anyway guys, rather than waffle on, let's crack on with the episode and see the things that are bound to happen in every single summer camp in America. So first of all is the big one, and there's only 4 things on this list, and we're starting off with color war. I can imagine right now how many kids are running around screaming that I've just said those 2 words. It is incredible when you go to a camp and you mention color war or something like that, or what we had at our camp, it was called Maccabiah, which is the Jewish name for it. So there's going to be loads of different camps that have their own names for this sort of thing, but there's going to be some sort of color war where the session of kids that you've got are going to be so looking forward to this one event, and their whole summer camp is going to revolve. Oh my god, I'm what am I doing? Why am I burping and coughing? And I'm back. Alright, so these kids are going to come to camp and they're going to want to know when this date is, what period of days it's going to be, how long it's going to last, even though it lasts the same length as all the other ones in the past. What the theme is for the colour war as well, because our colour war, called Maccabiah, or MAC for short, when we broke that, it would have a theme as well, and it'd be 2 teams of camps. So it would have team rock stars and team pop stars, and they'd have to have a fight, and it'd be basically team red and blue, but they're called different names, and it's really fun. And on the staff side of things, I guess that's for a different kind of video, where I'll be talking about what it was like for me, what it was like for other staff members. But in today's video, we're just talking about what all the camps have. So all of the camps are going to have some sort of colour war, and this is going to be the big thing that all the campers are going to be looking forward to. They're going to absolutely go head over heels when it does actually get announced. It's going to be the highlight of their camp, and it's going to be the thing that gets remembered when they look back at years gone by. So that's first on the list, and there's 3 more to go. Another thing that's guaranteed to happen on every single summer camp is the trips away from camp. And this is kind of a weird thing, because I keep talking about how summer camp is the best thing I've ever done, which is the reason for the podcast, the reason for the YouTube video. It's not to try and make money. It's not to, I don't know. I guess some of it is to help promote the book. But at the core of all of this is a passion of where I'm trying to tell people, when you're young and I don't know. When you're young, especially through school, through university, through college, you're kind of like funneled down a path, and you're told where to go, what to do, and you let these opportunities go by because you're following the path, and then there's this side path over here, and you're not taking it because you're following the main path. And a lot of people are too scared to get off that main path. So I'm really going on a tangent, but bear with me. So some of the best memories I have of camp are at camp, but some of the other memories aren't at camp, which is a strange thing because they have plenty of trips out at my camp especially, and plenty of other camps. They're going to do trips away from camp and make it so special for you. And as a staff member, you're going to be able to go on these for free as well, because you're going to need volunteers for the kids when they're out there. So I'm thinking cinema trips, bowling trips, theme park trips, trips to a different city, trips to a different state, shopping trips, horse riding trips, circus trips, you name the trip, there'll be a summer camp that does that trip. And it's one of the most fun things. As a staff member, again, this is kind of for a different video, but it can be a bit tiring because you're going out for like a break kind of thing, and you're trying to like juggle the kids. But each camp's going to be different, and they will explain how that kind of thing works, whether you get the time off or whether you have to look after the kids kind of thing. It's all very managed and stuff, but I can guarantee you that plenty of camps are going to be doing at least one trip away from camp where it's going to just like make the kids' day and yours as well. So I did mention briefly earlier that I do have a book coming out, and this is a quick plug, so I'm going to make it really quick. It's called There's No Place Like Summer Camp, and it's the diary that I kept from my first ever time of going to summer camp all the way to the end. So it includes arriving at camp, leaving home for the first time to solo travel by myself. It includes meeting new people and introducing myself and finding out about American culture and Jewish culture and all the places I went to, all the girls I met, all the boys I met, all the campers I met, all of the travels after camp, and the surprise of surprising my family when I got back home as well. It's all covered in this one book. It's called There's No Place Like Summer Camp, and it's available for pre-order at the moment on shop.andrewwaterhouse.com. So if you want to check that out, it's available on there. For future listeners of the future, you can go check out Amazon. It will be available on Amazon as well, and other good book retailers too. So if you want to go check it out, it's called There's No Place Like Summer Camp. It's available in paperback, so it's ideal for if you're going to be traveling to Camp America and you want to take a little Camp America book, take this. It's a pretty funny one. Or if you've got a Kindle, it'll be available on ebook and other like e-readers as well. So I'm not entirely sure that works, to be honest. Okay, so the third thing that every single camp has are people coming into camp, and it's kind of weird. So at our camp, we had a bird lady come in, and she had all these exotic birds and owls and eagles, and she'd be like, yeah, I'm the bird lady, yeah. And you'd be like, oh my god, she's the bird lady. It was cool. You get to see birds and stuff, and we had a clown come in, and he was like doing his tricks and stuff just for a day. I think it was just on the first day, so the parents got to see him, and then when the parents go, he goes. It's kind of like, okay, that's a bit weird and dodgy, but you'll have people come into camp, and they'll do a little like show for the kids and show for you, and I don't know, it mixes camp up and it makes it fun. So I guess every camp's going to have these random people that will come in and you will never see them again, or they'll come in and do a presentation or something like that, and then they disappear, and I don't know, it's good, it's cool. And finally, the thing that every single camp has, and it's so funny to see this, is where camp somehow get a celebrity to come into camp and help. And they hype them up a hell of a lot, like crazy amounts. And you look them up on Google and you're like, I've never heard of it, and this person, and Google hasn't either. And you're saying it's like the best celebrity that's touched this camp. Like, come on, like every camp's going to have some sort of celebrity that come into camp, and they'll hype them up so much that, and you're like, I should really know this person, but it turns out that they're not even like a proper celebrity. There was one at our camp who was actually like a huge celebrity, and we didn't even realise it. It was this like CEO of Facebook. And it was only till after camp that I realised how big of a celebrity she was. But I can trust you that 90% of the camps, 99% of the camps are going to have small celebrities that you'll never hear of, you never see again, and not even like Google knows who they are. And camp will hype them up to the extreme. So I can guarantee 99% of the camps out there will have celebrities, and it will just be like, what the hell, who's this? Okay guys, so that brings to an end of another podcast, another YouTube video, and another blog. I'm available everywhere. I know, I run myself ragged. Next week's episode, we are going over the coolest things that you can do to welcome your campers. And there's going to be plenty of people that would kind of want to see this video. It's going to be ideal for the counsellors, especially if it's your first time and you're like, oh, I really want to be special, and you want to go that extra step to make the campers feel at home and be the best counsellor in the world. That video is going to be coming next Tuesday, so please subscribe if you enjoyed. If you liked it on iTunes, subscribe there as well. I have the blog available, and it'll be awesome if all three of you can join me on Twitter at AndrewW09. Okay, so I'll see you next Tuesday. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.